Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Good morning, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Jesus Prabhupada, 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 Sri Advaita Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Nityananda Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga Nityananda Nityananda Gauranga 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare. You can chant. Go ahead. Actually,
yeah, okay.
Yeah. There you go. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hari Hari
Hare
Hari Krishna
Krishna,
Rama
Hari
Rama Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Hari.
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hari Hari
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hari
Hare
Krishna Hari
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari
Hare,
Hari Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari Hari
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Rama Rama
Hare
Hari Hari
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hari Hari
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Hare Rama
Hare Hare,
Rama
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 Hare
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hari
Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Krishna,
Hari Hari Hari
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hari
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hari
Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari
Hare
Krishna,
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Rama Rama
Krishna Krishna,
Rama
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hari
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Krishna Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hari
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
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 Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Ram Hari Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Rama Rama
Hare
Hari Rama
Rama,
Krishna Hari
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama,
Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hari
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari Hare
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Rama
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare,
Hari Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare.
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Hari
Hare,
Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Hari Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hari Hari Hari
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama Hari
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Hari Rama
Krishna Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari Hare
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hari
Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama Hari
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama
Hare
Hari Hari
Rama,
Hari Krishna Hari
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Krishna
Rama
Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Rama
Hare,
Hare Rama
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 Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama Hare
Rama,
Hare Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Hare Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama,
Krishna Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Rama
Krishna,
Hare Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare
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 Hare,
Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama
Rama
Hare Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare
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 Hare,
Hare Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna Hare
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hare Hare
Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Rama
Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama,
Krishna Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama
Hare
Hari Hari Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Hari Hari
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hari Hari Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama,
Rama
Hare Rama.
Rama
Rama
Rama Hari
Rama
Hari Hare Krishna
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hari Hari
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
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 Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare Rama
Krishna
Hare Rama
Hare Hare
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Rama
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 Hare
Rama Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari Hare
Rama
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari Hare Rama
Hare Krishna Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hari Hari Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hari Hari Hare
Rama
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 Hare
Rama Hari Hari
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hari Hari Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare Hare Hare
Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare Hare Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Rama Hari
Hare
Hari Hare
Rama
Krishna Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama Hare Rama
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 Rama Hare Hare Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
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 Rama Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare
Rama
Hare Hare
Rama
Rama Hare Rama
Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare Krishna
Rama
Hare Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama
Krishna Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare Hare Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare Rama Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Hare Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Rama
Rama Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama
Krishna
Hare Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama Rama Hare
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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Hare
Rama Hare Rama Rama
Hare Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama Hare Rama Rama
Rama
Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare
Rama Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
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 Hare Hare
Rama
Rama Hare Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare
Jaya
Hare
Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Shri
Jaya
Advaita
Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Rama
Rama Rama. Okay, mute your mics, everybody, or you have to be quiet. You can't do that. Hare Krishna. All right, where are we here? Documents. Vaishnavas. Yep, in here. Here we go. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Let's see. This is Gita Mrita. Let's see. Karma Yoga. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Let's see. What do we got here? Chapter 10, Opulence of the Absolute. This is Gitamrita. Krishna says, listen again, Arjuna, and become more attentive. I will explain my wonderful opulences for your benefit. Although you know them already, you shall still become surprised. Actually, I'm going to read something else. I'm going to read Chaitanya Charitamrita. We'll start there, I think. This is Madhya Lila chapter 7, Madhya Lila chapter 7, and Chaitanya Charitamrita. And we're going to skip something here. I'm not going to read that. Change my mind. My mind a little bit fickle today. Let's see here. Let's try. Anju, no, Adi Lila. Chapter 4. The confidential reasons for the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we're going to go to verse number. Verse number 11 through 12. Lord Narayan, the four primary expansions of Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha, Matsya, and other Leela incarnations, the Yuga avatars, the Manvantara incarnations, as many other incarnations as there are, all descend in the body of Lord Krishna. In this way, the complete Supreme Godhead, Lord Krishna, appears. At that time, therefore, Lord Vishnu is present in the body of Lord Krishna. And Lord Krishna kills the demons through him. Thus, the killing of the demons is but secondary work. I shall now speak of the main reason for the Lord's incarnation. The Lord's desire to appear was born of two reasons. The Lord wanted to taste the sweet essence of the mellows of love of God, and he wanted to propagate devotional service in the world on the platform of spontaneous attraction. Thus, he is known as supremely jubilant and as the most merciful of all. Lord Krishna thought all the universe is filled with the conception of my majesty, but love weakened by that sense of majesty does not satisfy me. If one regards me as the Supreme Lord and himself as a subordinate, I do not become subservient to his love, nor can it control me. In whatever transcendental mellow my devotee worships me, I reciprocate with him. That is my natural behavior. In whatever way my devotees surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Prita. If one cherishes pure loving devotion to me, thinking of me as his son, his friend, or beloved, regarding himself as great and considering me as equal or inferior, I become subordinate to him. Devotional service rendered to me by the living beings revives their eternal life. O my dear damsels of Raj, your affection for me is your good fortune, for it is the only means by which you obtain my favor. I keep trying to run away from something, I don't want to confront it. But it keeps me put in my mind. So the Lord's showing me things that are a little bit difficult to accept, but they're subtle, really subtle things. What came to my mind are a couple of things. One thing is Bhakti Siddhanta felt it was really important to preach this movement, and so right before he disappeared, because that's what he did. He was very practical. He was teaching Vaidhi Bhakti, of course, but he was also spreading the movement to people, you know, and so he wanted his disciples to don't stop preaching. You got to preach. But somehow, after he disappeared, they started to come up to new ideas. Oh, preaching's not so important. Then they started to get infected with this Radha Babaji thing. The Babajis were always in Radhe, 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 and they would read. They would be in that realm, and then no, no, no preaching, no contact with the world much. See, they would retreat in that area, and so some of the leaders they actually left and gave up Bhaktisiddhanta, their guru, and just said, no, he's wrong. We should go and follow these leaders and retreat here into that level. And I saw the same kind of thing happen when I was with the Radhakund Babajis and also Narayan Raj group. They go into this Radhe Radhe thing and go into really like it's like they retreat into this fantasy land, you know, and all of a sudden everything fall kind of starts falling apart between the relationships between the devotees, and I see that happening here among some persons. And I don't want to. I mean, I wish we could just go up and up and up. But when I start to see that this is why Jesus said, "They shall know how if you're my real disciples, when it really gets through all the way and grounds this in here, not only love of God, but love of one's brothers and sisters here, and that's a signal." And it all comes down to accepting one's, because like when I gave my speech yesterday, one devotee said, um, "No, I'm happy this way." See, that's demons inside people. See? That wants to, and it shows as a hardness towards your brothers and sisters, even here. This is the first place you should be loving people, is in your relationship with the devotees here. And your true humility is to say, "Fie on me! Look at me! I can't relate. I'm looking at the faults of my brothers and sisters. I'm holding it against them. Even my own guru, I don't even agree with. I'm defined the way I hear. I could see it in their attitude. I'm fine the way I am. I don't need you. That's a demon, man, inside you, and that's going to mess up your relationships here. And that's it is what it is, but that's why they didn't get through it with Prabhupada, with Bhakti Siddhanta. I'm going to make another attempt here because you got to be real, man. Not otherwise you're going to all those real when you're just so ecstatic, you'll start to retreat in your fantasy land with Radha and Krishna. I see it already, and all of a sudden, I'm Radhi, 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 but then you can't deal with your brothers and sisters because you won't face your pain. I, I I wish we didn't have to do it, but you don't have to, I guess. But everything will be rocky. Already, I have devotees saying, I don't even want to listen to this person's class anymore because it bleeds through. Sincere devotee, I don't want to listen to her. They're really, the hardness comes out. That's the demon inside us, you know. Um, So, you got to humility. You want to don't give me this false humility. I mean, that's fine. You want to believe that. Real humility is say, "Fie on me. Look at me. I cannot even accept my brothers." Could you imagine? This is the first you should have had. Can you imagine being in a family in the world and your family you don't accept? I don't like it. You wouldn't even think of that. Well, they got this fault. Try. But to just reject them here, come on, man. That's a serious fault in yourself. And okay, I can imagine, I can understand you not wanting to deal with it, but not accepting it is you're in denial, man, and that's your sin, man, inside. It stays with you. It affects your energy, your preaching, and your ability to reach out to others. And it shows here. It shows people will see. That's our group. We have to. This is part of the getting over these things. So anyway, that's just our challenge here. Did you see? I just read this thing. Lord Krishna kills the demons through Lord Vishnu. See? That's why it has to do it. Otherwise, you think I'm just going to retreat to Radhe, 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 and just leave this world, leave my brothers and sisters. You can see how it is. Oh, this person, you treat them like a piece of shit. Matter of fact, if you really got this, You'll be more intimate with the devotees here, even though they're coarse and sometimes mean and more tolerant, and then get over your own pain. Then better than to be with people who are nicer outside of the Sangha and more intimate with them because they don't want to do it and they're not even on this path. I don't care how good at qualities anybody has out there. They could be nice and beautiful and soft spoken and cultured and new age and vegans and all of that. But if you treat them better than you treat the harsh persons here that are surrendered to Guru Krishna and they're not, you're an illusion, man. You're contaminated. And it shows in your relationships here. So, I mean, we can't overcome this on our own. But if you go in denial and you stay in denial, well, that's your limitation. Limitation in becoming part of a brother and sisterhood here, and really doing some really fantastic work. Yeah. Um, because people will see they'll like, why would like people come and they say why I like Rivers class and you think well you don't know her. I mean that's a demon inside. A person said here, a person gets inspired by River and he says, oh, but you don't know her. Oh, that's really nice. Really, just chase that guy away, huh? Newcomer. While I'm going around trying to clean up everything, I have to go to the person and tell him, well, he's hit limitation. Okay? So you just got to admit, if you can, eventually, otherwise you're unrepentant, and that demon stays inside you. The demon that makes you harsh and hard. See, that's something you're keeping in. That's a conditioning. That spirit went inside you. That spirit went inside you and doesn't want to come out, and it comes out. I see it, and many others can see it. See, River and others that are going through and letting it come out can see. They just, oh yeah, I don't like this thing. That's just I want to get it out, but this is the only way. There's a repentance. Otherwise, you're going to just retreat into your Radhe Radhe Krishna Krishna land, and it'll show to people who see. And then you deal with your brothers and say, and you don't even want to get over it. See, that you're blocked, man. You're not really going. You're going into a fantasy. You got to deal with this if you want to really advance. Otherwise, you're retreating into a fantasy land, just like the disciples who left there, and you'll end up leaving your guru too because he doesn't want to keep me. See, because you believe in that word of that demon inside you. Where demon is this quality, this conditioning more than you believe in the word. See? That's what they did with Bhakti Siddhanta, which is they weren't at this stage. You guys, at this they just we don't do the preaching because they couldn't do the preaching. They couldn't relate to people because you'd have to get really deep. You have to get like purified inside to go into contact with people. Again, this is I'm telling you, this is so you wonder, well, why is he? Hey, well, the Lord is giving you guys so much ecstasy. Hey, man, more is expected of you, ecstatic devotees. Get with it, man. You say you really want Krishna? Well, hey, man, this is what I'm seeing. Start working on your relationship with the heart. You want to learn something, go to Chamagori, go to River, and learn about processing and what how to deal with your pains and all that. Oh, but she's like this and she's don't know. That's her forte. That's why she can deal with people. That's why she can preach in spite of it. See? So, and you guys are very ecstatic. That's great. You can exchange in that way. People have gifts. We can learn from each other. This is why, remember, I read that thing in Psychology Today. People, it's an opportunity. the conflict. This, what I'm saying, should cause some conflict. You probably, that little demon inside you, which is the conditioning, probably hates me for saying that. I don't blame it. That's part of it coming out, peeking its head out. See, you have to name it, otherwise it stays inside. See, the psychology said the the uh, the this conflict that is caused by this kind of preaching like this, by just kind of nailing things on the head and really getting it out, is a chance to see our interdependency, and we definitely are here. If you don't see that interdependency, then you're like, it's like, oh, I'm just coming here and then I go. You don't see the how we can work together and learn from each other and help each other, give each other support. Well, I can support you, but you trigger me, so I can't deal with you. Okay, that's a kind of neophyte. Admit it. You can admit you're a neophyte. I don't care how ecstatic you are. This is holding you back and holding others back here. You're here. You want to preach. Well, this is part of it. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what the feedback is. Maybe loving each other is somewhat loaded term. Yeah. Maybe it's the idea talk about respect and appreciation. Well, that's the thing. When you got this stuff inside that says, "Oh, it's she is this way and he is this way," oh, they're rejecting, like just outright rejecting. The person's in our sangha and surrendered to Guru, Krishna, and Vaishnavas. Can't you see that that's a fault in you? This is, I would understand this for ISKCON devotees. They're like that. They can't see; they just project on the thing. But here, I mean, come on, man. This is a brother and sister. Practically everybody coming here regularly is surrendered. I mean, really surrendered to Guru, Krishna, and Vaishnava. This is top notch. So much so that Krishna and Radha and Lord Caitanya, same, are living inside them and giving them all these revelations of how amazing it is here, all this ecstatic love, including yourselves. Okay? So, the Lord is, that's, I keep saying, I'm going to repeat it again. If Radha and Krishna, I just use River as an example, or Shamaguri. If Radha and Krishna, Lord Chaitanya, are accepting these devotees and living inside their heart, why should I not? Why should I reject it and just say, oh, well, River, you don't know her very well. Oh, well, the Lord knows her enough that she surrendered to Guru and Krishna and to come and give his intimate self to her and Shamaguri. Oh, but you're on another page. Yeah, that's because inside you are some things you don't want to deal with. Some things you don't want to accept, and those are I like, let's put a name, little demons inside, little conditionings, and they just rear their head up every time you see them because you see, oh, she's not perfect. Oh, she's got this. And the fault finding part comes out. See, they're blocking. So I don't want to see that. Oh, Radhe, 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 Radhe. Come on, man. Let's get with the real deeper program here. Otherwise, you want to leave off like the Bhakti Siddhantas, and you go retreat to the Radhakun Bhavaji and say, "Oh, Radha, yeah, my guru, he was wrong." Just like you could say the same thing. "Oh, guru, he's wrong, man. If I died tomorrow, you'd all be doing, oh, he's no. Let's just go." And you'll some other real Sahaja will come along and say, "Oh, yeah, he was not teaching you the deeper. He should come with us." See, like my ex-wife was like that. Like Ma, or any, well, actually, she was more like, she went to those guys and go into the Radhe, right? Oh, preaching, I don't know. No, just Radhe, Radhe, right. So anyway, I'm going to just share it, man, because otherwise, it's just, what is to do? What is the purpose of having a sangha here? What is it? Ye shall know how if you're my real, I'll say the same thing to you. They shall know that you're my real disciples by how much you love each other. And this is the next fire you need to enter. And okay, fine. If you can just come to the point of looking, my God, this is really hard for me. Man, is this painful? Oh, wow, that's Krishna will be jumping for joy if you'll admit that. But if you'll think, oh, it's all about them. Oh, it's river. Uh, or it's Shamaguri. She said this. Block. Come on, look at this guy. This lady's coming for shelter. She's coming to find home. And the ones that are the most advanced in ecstasy are treating like this. Come on, man. You got to grow up, you ecstatic devotees. Hey, man, more is expected. The Lord's giving you so much ecstasy. Well, go Hari is right here to spank you a little bit sometimes. I know it's painful. I know it may put you in fear and anxiety and all that. Well, that means you still think you're your body. You still think you're your conditioning, man. Well, this will help. Get in the dentist chair. Stop avoiding it. It's like, man, I don't want to go to the dentist either. So it's like, oh my God, dentist, let's put it off till tomorrow. I can do it.
Oh, Gurudev. That is giving me so much relief now that you are speaking about this. Really. It's all coming out now. Thank you so much. Boy, I love you. Boy.
It's Krishna, that's good. He said,
you're so merciful. Oh God, you are mercy in person for me.
That's why Govinda, Govinda's
oh,
through a
Govinda,
lot.
Govinda. I love Govinda. Oh, really.
You know what?
That. I appreciate it so much. He's so nice.
He's preparing 12 steps, and
oh my Lord, oh my Lord.
Go to Witherspoons and preach, and yeah. So and so anyway, he's the kind of guy to go through. I mean, it's hard to deal with River Eye. She's going through her little thing more, but Govinda's through a lot of this stuff. You go to him; he'll teach you how. You ecstatic, go, Johan and Lalita, go to Govinda to learn this. This is Lord Caitanya said. I went to this devotee to learn this. I went to this devotee to learn this. Well, hey, go to Govinda to learn that. How to deal with the little inner stuff in there that wants to just push everything away. And just you and Radhe. Look at the same thing with like Christina also. I mean, she's a nice devotee, and I talk with her, write her messages. But she also wants this thing only with Chris because being here causes her to confront these things, and it's painful. She probably has a lot of pain from previous thing, but that's pain will turn into more bliss and more ecstasy. I mean, look at River. She's so ecstatic now. And look, she's dealing with people just like, she loved people. People love that, and not having to be, oh, well, I'll deal with you if you're, nice to my false ego part. You don't trigger me and then I'll be okay. As long as you, just see. I know this is not very nice to hear these things. So what do you think, Govinda? Am I off base or what?
I'm really relishing this. What just comes straight from my heart is we never, ever, ever addiction, and I apply that here. You're shutting the door on your brothers and sisters, and more than that, you're diverting people away from this. That caused me to come on to the live class because that's terrible. We don't shut the door. I mean, please, you can come to me. I did a good foundation in this stuff for many years. 3 years in active alcoholism and then 3 years in sobriety and continually on. This is basic stuff. I mean, you look in the mirror at ourselves. I keep reminding myself all the time. Look at the devotion in River, and people are sending her away. That's stinky, man. That really is stinky. So
Yeah.
we can get
And
through
as
it
I said,
together.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I said too, I can understand it because it's painful. See, and the thing is, you need the paradigm that you can work on. Nobody knows. See, this is unknown to these persons. You need a new program. Like this is the program. This is the program to get over this. This is how you can. This is the bridge to get over this, so that you can be more integrated into this. And so, anyway, we have the skills here. We have devotees working in these areas. See, so yeah, go ahead, Govinda. Oops, you
Oh,
froze.
Rose.
Oh, he might come back. Wait, let's see.
Yeah, it can be difficult.
Oops.
It can be difficult. Testing, testing,
Yeah, we got you. We
testing,
got you. We
testing.
got you now. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
you're there.
testing, testing. Yeah, it's uncharted territory, but this 12-step fellowship, this sharing stuff. I don't know if you hear me. Testing, testing.
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just really sharing. However gruesome it is, if people just had a little insight into the rooms, and I know Johan came to me to fellowship when he was here in Coventry, can learn so much. We can learn to look at our own faults, look at our side of the street, our stuff. I'm learning myself, not to look at the faults of others, just the devotion, and focus on our own stuff, because to cause devotees to go away from horrible. Um, I don't think this is very new to devotees. This sharing process that you're facilitating something. This is revolutionary in Krishna consciousness. This 12-step fellowship, this ghost and that, whatever they call it in Krishna consciousness, they try to introduce
It's
it, but
the
I've never
ghosty.
seen it
It's the
successful.
ghosty. It's the
Devotees
ghosty.
don't have any experience of this. It's the ghosty. That's it. Yeah, it's the ghosty. I mean, River, look. I mean, she admits her shit. She always apologizes. What more can you do than that? Don't you accept her apologies? I mean, why look at it? Why look at it, man? I mean, she's always apologizing for her stuff. And I just, that song, The Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson. That's it. That's applicable to us all. Just look at, and this will hold people back. This will stop the progress of this Sangha, because people will see, oh, it's bigotry. Well, it is bigotry. If people cannot just see the devotion, that's Chaitanya Lila, isn't it? To see the devotion. Chaitanya's focusing only on the devotion, and devotees here don't want to. But I can understand it. I'm fortunate I've had this process of 12-step fellowship, and devotees here. It seems they need it, man. They seems they need it. They really do need it. So people can phone me. If those go to meetings in your own countries. Narcotics Anonymous is an open meeting. And don't tell me you don't need it, because you can also, the people in the rooms will all benefit from your association once you introduce this into your lives. Get this program, get this Ishtagosti, this because I don't like it, man. I don't like it that devotees come to England and they don't visit my brother and sisters. I do not like it. I don't like it, but it is what it is. But we can get through it.
Yeah. No, you just got to admit, okay, I don't come because when I look at this devotee, it brings up my pain. You got to come to that point. Otherwise, you don't admit it, and that runs you. That conditioning, that's what we call a demon, is a conditioning. That conditioning runs you and interferes with your loving others. Otherwise, loving God, what is, if you don't love your brothers and sisters, how can you say you really are fully loving God? That's where you'll start to retreat more and more into a fantasy about it, and not in the grounded. like thy will be done on earth, loving people, starting with your family, for God's sake. This is where the healing is. The healing is here between our brothers and sisters. We got to demonstrate that here, and then we get stronger, and then you'll be able to include more without getting all freaked out about them triggering you. See, so we got to go through this process of purification here now at this level, and so we can even reach out further. Otherwise, people will trigger us and we'll just retreat. And then it'll be just just retreat into this radi thing. And then that's not thy will be done on earth as it is in the spirit. There, they have a family there. This is a spiritual family. We're being healed here in this way, you know. So I mean, it's timely. I think we talk about this. As I said, I can understand the pain. It's very painful. I know I had a little bit of that, or maybe a lot of it. You know, it's very painful, and nobody wants to. But you know, I think it's necessary if you can just see the logic of it, the importance of it. Because otherwise, you know how many spiritual people are caught in, well, they're not really spiritual even yet, but they're all, you know, this idea they're spiritual and all this. And then in their relationships, you know, just completely opposite. That's a hypocrisy. See, so that is inside. See, Jesus got over that. Jesus wasn't, you know, he was able to go, he could see the hearts of people. See, you want to see the hearts of people? Well, that's what it comes down to. I mean, the Lord's letting me see these things. And it's a beautiful place when you could see past these things, but you have to go and confront your own. Admit, you know, I think it's all about just admit it, man. Just admit you got shit. Not otherwise you'll start to be, you know, they call spiritually proud. Oh, I'm, you know, and they're just so low, you know, because they got all these bad, but I'm so much better. Come on, man. That's very infantile. Yeah. Yeah. So
yeah, practicality wise, you can just in a practical way write down these qualities. If you have some grief with a devotee, just, you know, with somebody, with me if you like, we can have an interactive FaceTime or something. Write down the qualities they have that are devotional. Write down those. These persons that you block and have something with, write down qualities that you see in them that are devotional, and just meditate on those, or discuss them with others that you also have an issue with them. Do something like that. Practical stuff, please do. This is like 12-step fellowship. Do stuff like that. Rather than getting together, he's like this, she's like this, and this is shit, and this is he always does this, he's aggressive. Rather than focusing on that together, or with me, or two persons or three persons that have blocked a certain person, two, for example, include me in a FaceTime conversation. So I'm, you know, in communication with them, you're not. And we meditate on their devotional qualities, and that's it. You'll get over it. I feel that's
I mean
practical.
There's a lot of things you can do. Another thing is, you know, just see if you look at some devotee here in this sangha and it makes you feel something like like you know about them, and like unhappy or mean, or you know, or just check your energy. It throws you off. Just look what's going on there. Why is that reflection? We're like mirrors for each other, you know, and as we get purified, you get like a more clear mirror for the Lord, but still in the intermittent time, what are they reflecting here, you know, to us? It's just like a relationship. They even teach this in relationship counseling. In relationship counseling, they say. Um, Oh yeah. It's not counseling per se, but just getting together in relationships. The other partner, reflects to the other part they don't like, and they want to get out. That's why there's so many divorces. People don't deal with these things. See, but those who do, they get more closer. See, more, and this is a spiritual thing. This is this is really the ultimate. If we get this down and we'll work together as a loving team, and people, it'll show what you've actually done this. Nobody does. Usually, even in Christians, they don't get to this point. They don't work well together. They get to the reflections. They don't get through this stuff. Um, but we're going beyond religion. We have Krishna, the as it is truth, and all this. And this is the preliminary. This is the incidental activity of killing the demons inside us. The demons is the conditioning, is the false ego, misidentification. This isn't us. We're not mean people. The Lord, that's why. What is this rearing its head? This is the demon rears its head out there, harsh. Oh, she's. That's not us. That's the false identity that we've been holding on to. So it wants to come out. Okay? So where are those people? See is everybody listening here? Is Lalita here? Is Johan here? I don't see them. Are they here? Probably not. I don't blame you. It's painful, you know. Can you imagine? So this is, see, in a sense, much has been given to them and much is expected. You know? That's the way the saying goes. I mean, if you want to represent, Lord Caitanya, what is Lord Chaitanya? Was given mercy to every, especially our Sangha. You got to get, this is the training ground, man. What, are you going to go to Vrindavan and you're going to, you have these things inside and you won't get rid of them because, hey, man, this is the perfect training ground. Learn it here. Otherwise, how are you going to learn it there? This is your opportunity here. They don't have those things and you can't go with those. You can't bring that in there. You can't bring in hatred. And you'll be one of the little demons that gets killed inside. See, so that we snuff those things out here. And basically, it's just being aware of it, and it's awareness. Oh, this is false ego. Isn't it? Highest truth is reality, right? Distinguished from illusion. If you don't distinguish the illusion in yourself, that's false ego and false identification, and that's conditioning, then that's running you to that point. As soon as person reflects that to you, boom, you run away. You go, I don't want to contact that. I'll look over here. But you notice, isn't it funny? Krishna keeps putting us in positions to see those things. We're forced to see them here, these reflections. See, so anyway, I mean, you'll know that, to me, I'll be impressed when those devotees, when any devotees here, when you look and you see the devotion in Shamagori, in River, in the devotees, that you might not see it. Because it's there. Okay? You look at that, not things that are. Okay? What did Jesus say? Judge not, lest ye shall be judged. See? So if you're going, judge not, lest ye shall be judged. But my judgment is just. Why was Jesus' judgment just? Okay? Because he saw the hearts of people. See, he was purified. I mean, to the point practically, he saw, oh, this person is close to the kingdom. This person is farther. He didn't have any hatred for anybody. He was, the Pharisees, they're a little farther away from the kingdom, or a lot farther away. See, the Pharisees, they look at Jesus, and he was such a clear mirror, it just reflect all of their own hypocrisies and all that stuff. Yeah. So we're multidimensional here. Oops. Yeah. Maybe loving each other is a somewhat loaded term. Oh, I read that already. Okay, here. Maybe she can send all those Vaidhi posts to Govinda. That. Yeah, okay, yeah, let's talk about that. Yeah, see, the Vaidhi posts, it's not all Vaidhi. See, again, all right, so good. I'm glad you brought it out. I read some of those posts, and with like it's like with reading Prabhupada stuff. There might be a little Vaidhi thing here and there, but there's beautiful jewels in these things too. And I'm sure she's seen those things. See, so it's not so black and white. It's just like I'm reading Prabhupada's purports, and within it, there's some Vaidhi stuff, but also beautiful jewels. See? So relate to that. A lot of times, that's what she's thinking. Yeah. But that's not, see, that to block a person for that, that's reflecting something inside. See, when you start looking at that and feel, oh, why did I react that way? So, see, so maybe you can start asking why. Why am I reacting so harshly to that? What is it? What is that pain? Okay, I really like to see that Gudrun reacts on the comments. Oh yeah, yeah. She's blaming. Yeah. So what do you think about? Oh yeah, that's great. What do you think about that? She says, well, maybe she should send all those Vaidhi comment posts to Govinda. What do you think about her saying that? Feeling. And what is your response there, Shamakuri?
My
Yeah.
response?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the same, just like you said. I can see things in those posts, really deep, spiritual. I can see that.
Mhm. Yeah.
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 And
See?
yeah,
Go ahead.
I can
Go
see
ahead.
that.
Yeah. So what do you think about her saying that to you?
May I ask who's saying that?
Lalita.
Ah. Huh.
How does it make you feel like Lolita won't that you said what share your feelings about things? What just be if
Oh,
you
I
don't mind.
tell you one thing, I am very, very upset. Yeah.
About what?
About the relationship of Lalita and me now. It was not like this before. Yeah. But it's been going on now for some time,
Hmm.
blocking me, unblocking me, blocking me, unblocking me. She says that those Vaidhi posts are poisoning her. That's what she says to me. They are poisoning her. They are not poisoning me.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, yeah. They're not. They're It's as she saw it. See, I see that too. But like Lolita's not seeing that for some.
No. I'm not
I said
going to send anything to
whenever.
her anymore.
Yeah, yeah. She says, whenever I
Yeah, we
guided
were.
her, she always corrected me. I'm very tired. Very, it's very tiring. She said, whenever I guided her, she always corrected me. What do you think?
No. Hmm? No. That is not true. No. No. That is not true. I stand for myself. That is not true.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Could that have been maybe sometime like way back when, maybe when you first came or something?
No. No.
No.
I remember myself when I started to come, all I did was come here and listen and listen and listen.
Uh-huh.
I never expressed myself. Now I do it.
Uh-huh. That's good.
I stand up for myself. I tell you, Gurudev.
Yeah, yeah. Excellent. Yeah. That's very healthy.
Just like I wrote you. no matter what stumbling blocks are coming in my way, I'm going to jump over them on my way back to Godhead.
All right.
And you are helping me. You are my guru. You know, I had 2 gurus, ISKCON gurus, cheating me. Yeah. And now I found my real guru. I cannot put it in words. My appreciation, I cannot put it in words. No, really.
All right.
Yeah. I'm accepting this now in front of everybody in the Sangha. Yeah.
I'm also liking very much, Shamaji, when you say, "Where's that Govinda? He's not been live for the last day or 2. What? Where is he? Where is he?" I like that because
I miss that. I really do. When you don't come,
where is he? What's he doing?
Yeah.
Does somebody want to say? Lalita, did you want to say something? Yeah, go ahead.
Of course, Guru Maharaj, I'm writing comments and comments and comments and comments and comments, and you say, is Lalita in class? I'm responding from the first thing.
Oh, yeah, I did see this thing, the way it was showing me the same comments over and over. I assumed that.
No, I wrote, from in the beginning I reacted.
Okay.
The problem is not, Shamagori exhausted me. I am finished. I'm very, very tired. Very, very tired. It's not from in the beginning that she only did those posts. She did it with Janaki. Janaki immediately blocked her long time ago, because we don't want to have, good morning, Lalita Devi Dasi. How was your evening yesterday evening? This is what I cooked for Srila Prabhupada. No, all pictures. Chamagori, thank you. Why are you so cold, Lalita Devi Dasi? You shouldn't be that cold. It's, and then post the whole day, ding, 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 ding. She doesn't send to you what she sends to me. I get loads and loads and loads and loads. Lalita Madhava was saying we get loads and loads. We ask her, please, Shamagori, can you stop sending this?
Yeah, but I did.
No,
I did, Lalita. I did many weeks ago. I stopped sending posts.
Shamagori, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. At the end, when we have talks, when I give class, after my class, you correct me in messengers. You start, yeah, but Lalita, this and this about this Ekadasi thing. You have been with me 5 days. I am not the unmerciful, high elevated devotee who doesn't want to associate with the others. Shamagori invited herself with the Belgian devotees who wants to host me. Nobody reacted except me. Again, except me. Who goes to Nottingham? Lalita. So don't blame me that I don't take care of the devotees, because we is going to Ranga for a whole month in Turkey. It's Lalita who's doing that. Yeah? So I'm done with these accusations, really, Guru Maharaj. But Shamagori is exhausting. She doesn't stop. Good night, Lalita Devi Dasi.
Okay.
Middle in the night, I wake up, Hare Krishna, sir, Hari Bol, Lalita. Oh my God. Please, back off a little bit. Really. And then when I correct her for a little bit, she always knows better. Then why do you say take association of ecstatic devotees? Because some things we know better, no? Isn't it? We can explain things. Why do you say take association? I don't need to listen to lower preachings, isn't it? When this whole situation about this Ekadasi, and then always, my Guru Devi says I can still do it. Okay, then don't come and ask me my opinion. I'm really done. I'm really done, Guru Maharaj. And I block her for 1 day, and then I unblock her over and over again. And when I say something, she says you're a fault finder. But oh my God, if Lalita Madhava sends her an invitation for a class, can you say Lalita Madhava because he doesn't understand my English? You're very demanding if you want something, yeah? But if we ask something, it never works. You're very spoiled, actually. And when you say something, I'm going to tell my Guru Dev. See? for a little thing. And that's why I said, I'm not going to support you anymore. You can go to others, let them do it. Really, really, Shamagori. You're not the only devotee here in the Sangha, you know. Really not the only one. There is also Fanny.
Of course, know that.
And she likes to learn. That's a completely different situation. She's never commanding me. She's never day and night sending. No, we Janaki, she's my best friend. We don't say every morning, good morning, how did you sleep, and blah, 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 blah. No, we have a talk with each other whenever we want. We have a decent talk, a decent warm talk, but we are not sending each other constantly. Even my kids don't do that.
Is that what you do?
Boundaries. You don't know your boundaries. You really are an attention asker, you know, attention seeker. Too much.
Yeah.
That's really exhausting.
Yeah. But she says,
I never had those dealings with Yamuna like with you, you know. I had decent talks with Yamuna. She didn't do that every morning. Good morning, Lalita Devi Dasi. How are you doing? And this is what we're eating, and blah, blah, blah. Over and over again, that same system. And look at my altar, and look what I cooked, and look at my... Come on.
You know, you are overdoing it now, over pushing. You know that.
You push it over, yeah. You push it over, yeah.
Yes. This is over.
Yeah, this is over. This is enough.
You never said to me that you don't like me to greet you in the morning, to send you hello, good morning.
Of course, I said that so many times. I don't have. Of course, I said that so many times, Samagori. But you only hear what you want to hear.
No, that's not true. Yeah. You told me not to send you any more of those poisoning bicycles. And I stopped it long ago.
No, you did not stop it long ago. You did not stop it with others, but not with me. You did not stop it. And I am not there to have this blah, blah, blah. I am there to help you. And if I help you, if I ask you, can you stop writing in those groups? Lalita Devi Dasi, you're a fault finder. Come on, Jamagori. You are so much of my attention. Can I not ask you something? For the only thing that I ask you, I never asked you anything. I gave you so much of my time.
So what's the truth here? Govinda, what's going on?
Again, what's the truth? She's only do it with me because I'm too sweet. Again, I'm too sweet. I'm not going to do it anymore. From me, people always take more than from others. She's not going to try that with Freddie, you know, or with Govind. Govind calls her a hypocrite, and that's okay. He's her brother, but I can't say, can you stop writing in the groups? Because then I am a fault finder. From men, they accept more than from women.
And doesn't bother me. I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered. I'm not looking at those things. I'm not looking at those things. So that's your side of the street. That's fine.
Do you receive this good morning, good evening? You even
sometimes,
don't
yes, sometimes I do. And I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered. I'm just not bothered.
But she wants
your side of the street. Your side of the street. Your side of the street is you're bothered. My side of the street is I'm not bothered.
Oh, that's easy to say.
No, this is 12-step fellowship, Lalita. Your side of the street is you're bothered.
That you write to me, Shamagori. Do you send all those pictures and what you eat, etc.? Do you send all that to Govinda as
Sometimes I do.
But the thing is, Lalita, I'm looking at the devotion. Lalita, if we can speak.
Also look at the devotion. But I need my energy as well, isn't it?
Well, hey, Lalita, in 12-step fellowship.
Come on, Govinda, you're not reasonable. That's really not reasonable.
So, Lolita, how 12-step
you know what? I like
fellowship
this.
works.
This is interesting. When he said that, I said, "Wow, that's trippy." Your side of the street. Wow,
On
that
my
puts it
side of
kind
the
of,
street is I let them come too far. I know that.
yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
that. I
Well,
know that very good.
yeah,
That's why I'm here to respond, because my side of the street is also that I never respond. That's why I'm here now.
Great.
yeah.
So when
No,
you're
that's good.
ready,
Yeah.
that's great. It's great. It's fantastic, Lolita. It's fantastic. But
I
when you're
never go to
ready,
complain to my guru, never. And I had to endure so
fantastic.
much.
That's great. Fantastic. When you're ready, somebody else will speak. The floor's yours.
Mm-hmm.
Your side of the street. Carry on.
Carry on. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, Guru, Govinda. Oh my God.
Your side of the street. Carry on.
So my side of the street is that it is too much for me. Is that possible? Am I allowed to say that it sucks my energy? Am I allowed to do that?
Sure.
Or is this on because I'm pride? Am I allowed to say that I'm really serving the devotees, but they go too far? And I only tell now a little drop of what they do. Yeah? Too far. Too much.
Could it be that maybe you go a little too far with the devotees, further than
Yeah.
your boundaries?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, yeah.
That's what I
Yeah,
just said.
that's what
I'm
I.
too
Yeah,
sweet.
it's like you need more boundary,
I'm too
clear.
sweet. I
Yeah,
know that.
yeah,
And they take and take and take. And when I show my boundaries, they are not used to it. And they say, hey, I need more. Some accept it, but not everybody. 4 hours of a telephone with some devotees and not understanding that. Larita, she also had a class of 4 hours. She's 65 years old. She has a bad health as well.
yeah. Yeah, well, you also have to stand up for yourself. You got to say, "Oh, this is." Yeah, I do. I
And
mean,
that's what I do. That's what I did. That's what I did. And then I get this in class.
well,
Instead
wait
of
a
you
second. Yeah,
asking
yeah.
me, Lalita, what's
No,
going
you
on?
say no,
Give
no.
me
You
your
told,
time, Guru Maharaj.
you just said that you do 4 hours with somebody. See, that's like going over your boundaries. Sounds like, because then it's like, oh, yeah, I did. It's like a martyr thing. I do all this for that person, and then it becomes, instead of saying like after maybe 10 minutes, oh, if that's your limit, whatever your limit is, say,
10
that's enough.
minutes.
An half hour or something. 4 hours
Some
is
devotees
sounds
need
like a lot
more.
of.
Some devotees need more. And
Well,
nobody
maybe
asks,
you don't
Lalita,
have
how much
that more to give.
can you handle? There are rare devotees like that who say, Lalita, how much can you handle?
Well, see again. You're
Or
asking them
maybe
permission.
you need something. Lalita,
No,
maybe you need something
no,
as
no.
well.
See, you got to take. You got to speak. You got to stand up for yourself. You got to. You got to. You're responsible for yourself and how much you can deal with, how much you can handle. You're responsible, not them.
Of
You're
course,
bringing your
that's why
power
I
over
stop
them.
my boundaries. And it's, of course. And then they go to you. She put her boundaries, and I'm not used to that. I want more. No, I said, until here, because the discussions every time I explain you something and I have a right fighting until the end, I say, somebody else needs to support you now, because every time she has the last word, no, Lalita, Srila Prabhu, no, enough. You will see it
That's okay.
later. When you're longer in the Sangha, you will discover this later. No Ekadasi needed, and blah, 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 blah. I can give loads of examples. There have been many talks, daily.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a lot,
What I'm getting, which is, I'm glad you're sharing this. To me, I think you just go too far. You're not respecting your own boundaries, and then it comes to, I see people get burnt out.
No.
No, no.
Yeah, that's true. But I warned her a few months ago, but she doesn't accept. That's why she says our relationship is not nice anymore. Of course, from the moment that I say, listen, I take a little bit of air for myself, they try to. Some people are like that, and then I take more gas back and more gas back, and then they can't handle that. And then at the end, I need to say, I need to breathe. I need to breathe. I have been with Rangaleka for a whole month from morning until evening, with a man of 70, ill person of 74. I needed a break at that moment from other people. It is too much. Who would do that?
Yeah. Okay, where do we go from here, Govinda? You're more experienced at these things.
Well, actually, I relate to what Lolita's saying. I identify with it. I identify with what you're saying because in my recovery, I used to run around doing everything for everybody, even to the point of taking somebody to the airport of Birmingham, leaving my car and going to accompany them onto the plane. Oh, I got back to the car, there's like a score, £20 on the ticket. So I relate to what you said, Lolita, it's boundaries. You must put in boundaries. It seems like if you're giving 4 hours, like I would at that time give a whole week to doing house clearances and moving people, because I was trying to be in the mode of goodness. That's my understanding of what you're saying and what I was doing. I identify with what you're saying. So I can only suggest, you put in a boundary. You're speaking your truth.
That's just a problem when I put you're not sweet. You're not as sweet as before. Don't live in that cloud of sweet. No. For a moment, I need my time for myself. I need some room. I need some space. Just accept that. Don't push. More. If you give me a brief for a few hours, there she is again. Jongens.
Well, when somebody's having a conversation with us or engaging us for hours, it's up our side of the street. It's our responsibility to say, it's enough for me now.
That's what I did, and then she goes complaining to Guru.
Well, that's
it's
not.
Enough
well,
for
I
me
don't.
Now. It's enough for me now. It's too much now. Well, I'm honest, and she's not blocked. I blocked her for 24 hours, and then I unblocked her, and I said, I blocked you because I needed a break. I needed to breathe, and I'm going to tell you what the problem is. Yeah, it is too much. So I put my boundaries, but people should be acceptant as well.
Okay, if you put boundaries in, if you've put bulletproof boundaries in, you will not be affected. If you put proper boundaries in, if you understand the process of 12-step fellowship, putting boundaries in, you will not be affected.
Yeah, I see I see what it's coming over here is that you say you put boundaries in, but it's almost like after the effect, after the devastation has happened. And then you it becomes exaggerated. It's like people, they get, it's just all coming out when they should have put the boundaries way back.
And I did it way back. It's what she told. It's for a while that Lalita takes a distance. I do it for a while. Yeah. Sweetly and softly. Why is our relationship not anymore? Well, I need some time. I need some break. You're not as sweet anymore as before. No. Because she doesn't accept it.
Yeah, I don't know. I do keep seeing that you appear to do too long before you draw a boundary, and it's like too long, and then you get like this, like really agitated and angry and all of this.
Janaki says sometimes blocking for a while is the boundary. You need a break for people who if somebody would say, okay, I will leave you alone for a whole week, but even not for a few hours, and then you need to block sometimes. You need to block. Yeah. I'm not a child mending woman anymore, I did my whole life taking care of people, disabled people with mental disabilities, kids, etc. all those stocks. I want to share something else.
Yeah. So where do we go from here, Govinda? Shamaguri, response.
No, I have nothing to say, Gurudev. No.
How does it make you feel? How do you feel? See, so why'd you run away there, Lalita? I mean, what is this?
I don't run away.
Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody else went. I thought you disappeared. Somebody else go. That was Govinda. Okay. Yeah. Did you want to say something there, River?
Yeah. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I hear you good.
We cannot put boundaries in place because of our conditioning is too strong. We need help with our boundaries, and we need to realize our boundaries as well, because we do that. We just do too much, and we haven't been taught how much we can do and how much is enough. We haven't been taught these things by our parents or people who looked after us when we were younger. We just need to learn. And Lalita is actually learning her boundaries as she's going. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I have always had to have boundaries because of being by myself and having to stand up for myself with people I was scared of. I've had to just put things in place. Now, Lalita does so much for this. She does so much. She's given me so much time to be able to move through all the stuff I'm getting through now. And she's given me that time, and we had the most, and we still can have the most excellent conversations that are uplifting, that are, can be for a while. This is conditioning coming out for all of us. It's deep conditioning coming out that's been rooted here for a long time. And even though Lolita, she's so sweet and beautiful and lovely and gives us all time, Lolita's been doing that for the people that she looked after and cared for in her work. Always caring for people, always, doing things. And this is a time now for Lolita not to let others burn you out, not to ever let that happen to you again. But because it's happening here in the Sangha, we can do it. We can do it. And it's happening slowly. It's going to happen. We're going to get things out. We're all getting things out here now. With one person getting things, we're all getting them out. And my sister told me when I was 25 years old, learn to be responsible for your own life. Because she was leaving me. She was leaving. She was like, my halfway house where I could go to. She was leaving. And from that day, she said that to me. It was the greatest gift that she gave me, learn to be responsible for yourself. But I didn't really learn. I didn't really learn too much. Here, I'm learning everything, Maharaj. Everything that we are going to. My greatest wish is for us to get through this. This is our greatest thing, is talking this out with each other. This is going to give us our family relationships. This is going to give us our true family relationships. And it's okay. It's difficult, people saying things about you. It's really difficult. I learn from that, my projection to others. And it's taught me I haven't been able to say anything, and people have been saying all of these things about me. And you know what? I accept it all. I accept it all, because all I want is us to get through this. That's it. I've been on this fucking machine all my life, right? There has to be some meaning to it. There has to be some meaning to the lives that we have been through, and the shit that we all have been through. Confirmed that we have all been through. I don't have nothing against Lolita. I love everything that we did, and the connection we have. It meant to happen. It had to be broken. It had to be broken between us, because we needed to clear our heads we needed to individually, well, I know I needed to break something to process everything that we were going through, process everything that we were talking to each other about, lifting the devotees. This is just something that I needed, It's the whole Sangha needs, Lalita needs it. She needs to be strong. She needs to know her boundaries. She needs to know when enough is enough from people, how much we can take. You know, we're not martyrs. I've been thinking about, you know, we're not martyrs. We're here to lift this Sangha, and that's it. Whatever we have, our bullshit we have, and thank you for allowing me to show it. And I know he's giving you all of these ideas about me, but I've been learning from Maharaj's words as well. I'm coming through that bullshit that I have because I accept it, you know, and we're just learning here under. This is the halfway house. This is the shelter. This is the circle of life that we are speaking individually, our real selves, and getting out. This is the 12-step fellowship and beyond, Maharaj. We can get through it. The stuff that I've been through all my life and been abandoned and my mouth has been shut and I've been screaming. I tried to do this with my own family. My brothers and sisters just left me because they're too scared of facing their own pain. Their own pain stops us having a relationship, Maharaj. Here, no way is this bullshit that we have taken from this material world is going to stop our Sangha. We are going to get through. There's no other way to go. Where else is there to go? This is the new frontier, Maharaj. This is the new frontier. It never happened to this degree the way it's happening. You know, and because we have the Lord here, Maharaj, we can do it. The power and his strength of him holding each and every one of us. We can get through it. I couldn't do it before. I couldn't do it with my material family, but I am doing it for Krishna, for us, because there's nothing else much more important than this. And I don't know when, you know, but I'm sure it will. Lolita's got the softest heart I have ever met in my life. Really has. And the other things that are coming out now, they're just our bullshit conditioning. It's not who we are. It's just coming to the service to let us know it's not who we are. And this process that we are following together, it's this today, the time that we have spending on it. I've been asking my parents, can't we just sit down with my material sister and brother? Can't we just sit down and talk about it? But they won't talk about it because they're too much in pain. They can't face it. And it's okay because they are Christians. They're Christians and they have Jesus to their level. You know, for me, this is going to help me with all my life, forever. You know, all of our shit that we have, I've hated it. I've kept myself because I didn't know how to deal with those things. They're horrible, feeling jealous and feeling envious and feeling, here it's all changed. Lalita has been one of my greatest relationships ever with a woman. And all of this is conditioning, and the only way we will get it out is by saying our bullshit, saying our stuff. Yes, Lalita said to me, Shamagori keeps sending me things. I'm not sorry, it didn't bother me. I told Shamagori, please don't send them me, they're overwhelming. Because I can't keep reading them all, it's too much. Shamagori send me them, I would open Prabhupada's things. I do it with Madhusudan. Not all the time, but I add to Prabhupada stuff. I add to those things. I don't always do it. It doesn't bother me, you know. But Lalita did tell me, you know, about this. But it doesn't bother me because I can open them and I can add to them. I can learn from them, or I can leave it alone. We have to learn how to take responsibility for the individual choices we make. Our individual choices we make, and actually take on board that. You know, but here it's different because we're doing this for each other and for our eternal path. I'm willing to go all the way. I have nothing to lose, and there's nothing else for any of us devotees to do. There's nowhere else for us to go. There's nowhere else we will be able to get rid of our demons. It's a Lord that's gonna, you know, transcend us from all of those things, and it's brilliant. This is brilliant, even though I'm like, wow, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Thank you, Lalita. I understand, Maharaj. I understand what you're saying, Shamagori. We're all letting our things go, and but we just need to understand my own boundary. How much can I take? Is this tiring me out? Karuna has it. He doesn't understand those things. I have it a little bit, where you just go on with something and you go, I think I should go to sleep now, or I think I should have some food now. You know, it's growing up. We're growing up here, and we're actually doing the greatest thing ever, growing up together as a family, a real true family that everybody else can come to and join if they want, because there's nothing else for us. There's nothing else for us, for all of
It's becoming ecstatic on this.
This is the greatest gift we've ever had today. I know, Lily, I know it's painful for you, and I know it's disturbing because I've done it myself. But it's the greatest thing. It's the greatest strength that we will receive by just getting all of this stuff out. It's the only way. Thank you so much, Mara.
Oh, thank you, River. River, you spoke just right out of my heart. Yeah. I will never leave this family. Never, ever. Never, ever. This is my family, my spiritual family. Yeah. No matter what I have to go through, I will not leave.
Really heart of gold there.
Me too, yeah.
I'm sorry, Lalita, really. I'm really sorry. Whatever I have done wrong to you, please forgive me.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. No problem.
Please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
No,
It wasn't intentional at all.
No, listen, Yamuna, you started to speculate about why I blocked you. I blocked you because I was packing to go to Turkey. I had to run away, and you start to. I will explain it in private. You were unreasonable, and I had a hard time in Turkey, a very, very hard time, and I had to survive there. So yeah. So
Sounds like a boundary thing. You just put up your boundary, and then you unblocked her. Right?
And then when I hear speculation, she did. This was all not true. That was not why I blocked you. Not at all. Not at all. So I'm a Shamagori. Yeah, well, yeah. I put my boundaries, and people need to understand that. People need to understand that. Yeah, I'm not a babysitter, actually.
Yeah, exactly, Lolita. I'm sorry for interrupting you, but I told you, I asked you, do not go. I do not want you to be around Balaram and his bullshit. And I told you that Rangaleka is going to be absolutely fine, and he is. In fact, he's better than ever, and it's good. It's great that you went.
He wouldn't have been fine with Balaram alone. Balaram is not capable to take care of Ranga, you know. He wouldn't be. That's why I went. I went for Ranga, you know.
I know you went for Ranga, but I was thinking about you and how you are with these people and how they.
No, Ranga and me was very okay. Very, very okay.
Brilliant. That's brilliant. He's lovely. He's lovely here. Yeah. You know, there's just so many things that just come up. We can be ourselves again. We can remember who we are again. New frontier, yeah? We can remember who we are. What else is there?
Boy, this is the best ecstatic class. I really feel moved. My heart is really happy. Yes. Healing.
Yeah. This is the greatest healing ever. The greatest healing ever. Yeah. And I'm so glad that my life means something now.
Yeah.
One can rest. One can really rest now with these things coming out.
Yeah. Just getting together and just let it all hang out. A cat fight, whatever it is. Whatever it needs to come out, just let it express. It causes an integration, and you see the independence, and otherwise those are the blocks. It's good. It's just great.
By the way, it was not only Prabhupada posts, etc. There were a lot of pictures without text, you know. You really think that I exaggerate, but I'm not exaggerating, you know.
I also get them, so it doesn't
No,
bother.
I get more than you. I get more than you. Nobody doesn't get what I get.
I can get millions. It doesn't matter to me,
Lalita Madhavai gets what I get.
Yeah, so it's all how you take it. It's all like it's all how you.
Ping, 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 ping,
Oh,
ping,
oh,
ping.
oh! You got to take the sound off, man.
Yeah, we can learn how to take the sound off.
You got to learn how to take the sound off, for God's sake.
Even me. I need to
Then
learn
I don't
that as
hear
well.
when you go live. Then I do.
Yeah, I mean, you don't hear on my thing, dude. I don't think mine does any pinging. I think there's a way to take the ping off.
Yours doesn't ping because I messaged you while in class and I called you even now. Several times now during class. And
Oh, it's not ping because I take the thing off. Yeah, I put it says "Do not disturb" thing. I hit that on the phones anyway. I don't know about the computer. I never get a noise ping on the computer.
Yeah, mine
But
does computer.
I go totally nuts if I had the pinging on the phone all day. Bing, 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 bing.
Well, that's what I had.
Yeah, well,
you can mute it. You can mute it on the computer.
Yeah, you can mute it. Yeah, you can mute these things on the computer and the phone.
Then I don't have the other notification that I need.
Well, you'll get the notification, right, Tom? Or will
you can do it selective. You can say I don't want to. I want to mute that person, and I don't want to mute that group. You can do it specifically.
Yeah. Can you mute? Can you mute the sound and just let the pop up come up?
Yes, I think yes.
The pop up. Yeah, you're writing to somebody. Then you've got to pop. Shamagori.
Yeah, I think there are three.
Nein, ist gut jetzt. Lalita, jetzt ist aber gut, ne? Mann. Wow.
You can mute, or there is another option.
Sense of humor.
Like ignore.
Yeah.
And then there is block. Yes, but what does it mean? Yeah, it's not such a big thing. If we are living in the same building, I also want to shut my door once in a while. Yeah. So this blocking for me it's like I'm shutting the door for a while. No big deal.
Indeed, for me as well.
I think no. To me, that's not nice.
Wait until you. It's not nice. Wait until you have the situation. We will talk to each other then. You will have.
That sounds to me like you wish of this for me to come.
No, not at all. But I think you blocked Karuna. You blocked Karuna, Shamagori. I remember.
Yeah,
Karuna.
I did. Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Why can you block
Karuna?
And why can nobody block you? Are you better than Karuna?
That was a long time ago, she said. She don't do that anymore.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it's true. Sometimes Karuna is more. And we know that. We all know that. So.
So Freddie says, this will attract a lot of devotees.
I was going to give you the rest of this.
We all have these abilities to take distance. Yeah, it's not a big deal. And in this digital world, it's not very refined. Yes, there are only 3 options. But in real life, we can do like this. We can take distance, go to another room, just take. There is so much space Yeah, it's playful. We can play. It's not a big deal. It's just playful.
Okay, Tom. I'm still waiting for you to come and visit me.
Thank you.
Yeah, I invited you, and you know that. I visited you, and I said, you can come whenever you like. Come and visit me. Yeah.
Yes.
It's not so far, like all the others. It's not so far.
Allez, Tom, go.
And you have a car, but you can also train
Yeah, there are
to
some
Dortmund 3 hours.
there are some obstacles, but there are minor things. I'm thinking of, I need this license for the car that it's not polluting the city. You know that one?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And the tires, they have to be from a certain period. They have to be winter tires. Yes. So there
Yeah,
are these
yeah.
strange rules and regulations, and when I feel in my heart, I now it's time to come. I come. Yes, even if it's by bike. There are so
Oh,
many
bye
ways.
bye.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Oh. You can go by bike to Aachen, Hauptbahnhof, and you can take the bike with you. No problem. Hmm? Next year we get this 49 euro ticket for whole Germany.
A ticket for what?
For whole Germany to travel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 49 euros. I will get one. I can use it here in Dortmund, in all cities where I live here, and for
Mhm.
whole Germany. Going back and forth.
That's nice. It's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, that was a nice little, yeah, whatever it was.
Lalita, Lalita, give me a smile, please. I love you, and you know
I
that.
was just, I was just
Yeah?
thinking, Guru Maharaj, you again accused me, and you again took me out of my tent to defend myself. And I think that's your system for years, and I should have responded much earlier. Because
Yeah.
again, what you said about me is completely wrong. That I'm not a devotee who takes care of the others. It's completely wrong. You should ask the devotees, all of them here in class. Really, you should ask them. You're
No,
not
that
not good
I'm on your
informed.
side. I'm on your side,
You
Lalita.
don't inform yourself about your sangha members. Really,
All taking care of
I'm
me.
all day long taking care of
What did
everybody.
I accuse? What did I accuse you of now? What is it?
Maybe look at the video again and you will hear it yourself. I'm not going
No,
to.
I mean just tell me what you think I said. I accuse you. I don't have time to look at the whole video.
Uh, being an ecstatic devotee, not wanting to take care of other ecstatic devotees, not wanting to see the devotion, and blah blah blah.
Uh, no, I'm just yeah, okay. All right, so you just didn't understand me. No, um, no. Being ecstatic to it, not only you, but looking at the other devotees, it brings up can bring pain about certain things that are problems and all that, and maybe not wanting to deal with that. Now, there's another thing here that I'm learning too is this thing of just overextending yourself. See that you know that is the burnout thing. See, is um, yeah. So yeah, this thing about this is what I'm saying. Like with I don't know where's Johan today because I see with him is just kind of just shuts the door on certain devotees. You know, and says yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't care. I just do. I'm going to just do like that. Just shut the door on certain devotees. And I think, come on, man. We're a family here. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Oops. Who is this? Govinda. All right. Govinda. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah,
Sleeps.
yeah. Anyway,
Johan sleeps.
oh, he's sleeping.
Johan is asleep.
He's asleep. Okay.
Mm.
Well, he'll watch
I
the
know
replay.
that around this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We'll see what his response is too. Maybe let's just see what he thinks or doesn't think. I don't think he agrees with any of this kind of thing. He just wants to do his thing. Yeah. So Govinda, let's see. Tom, you have any input here? Want to share? What's going on your side of the street? I
Uh,
like that. What's going on your side of the street?
I like to to watch it from different streets point of views. I like this, um, yeah, this freedom of exploring and tasting different points of view, different rasas, different qualities. Yes, I like variation. It's fresh. Yeah, um to play, just playing
Yeah,
different roles. I'm not stuck into. I don't want to be stuck into a certain um, position. When it's stagnant, when it's in one position, I don't feel alive. Yes, like I want to travel. Yeah, I'm I like this empathy and sympathy traveling. Yes, then then I want to know Lalita's point of view. Yes, and okay, then I remember Govinda saying this beautiful prayer. Yes, let me know when to take distance and when to approach, when to associate, when to give me the wisdom to 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 distinguish when I have to take distance and when I can join.
yeah,
It's there's and we can explore everything in a playful way. Yes,
yeah,
like you said, this is a safe place. Yeah, this is a safe place. So
yeah,
I feel, oh, when a child is growing up, I was asking myself what is important for that child. Yes, that that it has this faith, this own confidence, and it feels safe. Yes, those if there is a fearful situation, a child cannot play,
mhm,
and it's very very sad to see if 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 when someone cannot live his own. Yeah, we are here to live, to explore, yeah, to
yeah,
be alive. And if that potency is encapsulated, imprisoned, then it's a sad thing. And people are, yeah, and I want to explode. Yeah, if my life area becomes too small, I have to explode, and that's a natural thing to explode. So every I don't know what I'm saying. I just want to live, yeah, and be in contact with a living force. And if you call it functional, I want a functional life. I
It's
want I
functional
want
also.
functional bhakti, not theoretical bhakti. I want practical bhakti. Yes, um, what,
Oh,
what's functional, what's working. Yes, not sitting like a duck. in this life situation and watching, what shall I do? What shall I do? It can be playful.
Yeah, sounds good. Hey, let's take a little break. I got something I got to do now too. I think it's a good spot. We do, and
Two
we'll come.
hours, 4 minutes.
Yeah, that was good. It's like, yeah, just a nice release, relief.
Yep.
Break. It's like get the air, clear the air. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So yeah. Okay. So we'll be back. We'll come back for more, probably more Hari Katha. Well, this was awesome. This is all part of it. Okay. Thank you, Hari Krishna, everybody.